You ever have an idea so dumb that you just have to try it? That's kind of what's happened here. You've seen the title. You know what we're doing. Let's, get right into it. Now, I'm going to do a custom run because I want to start at midnight. So I get the full 24 hours before it ticks over to day 2. So we'll just set this to all the interloper settings and only change the starting time of day. And we're also going to select our spawn region, Timberwolf Mountain. The chance of spawning in this location and at that exact time is really low, probably less than 1%. So we're not going to sit through re-rolling that until it happens. Now let's see what we got for a spawn here. There are 2 possible spawns. And I believe this is the good one. Yeah, this puts us right next to the 3-way cave. So we're going to have a torch and a match waiting for us. And we're also right next to the first leg of the shortcut here. Speed is of the essence. So I probably wouldn't even attempt this if we got the other spawn. I would just re-roll. 24 hours is not a lot of time. I'm estimating it's going to take about 6 hours for us to summit. I guess I should talk a bit about the challenge idea. It occurred to me recently that I have some of the tools to do this. And originally it was just going to be cooking 5 by any means, which would probably involve getting wolves to kill deer. Maybe 2 to 3 deer, and then harvesting those. But then it occurred to me that I could actually just get a flare gun, kill a bear, and do it that way. Go ahead and light a torch.
This stuff will come in handy.
This will help me stay warm. I think there's always a book in here. And then we get some more fuel off to our side here. This stuff will help. Any more loot around? Doesn't look like it. Now, despite the time constraint, I'm only going to be walking for most of this, because I need to save my energy for these climbs. Now, there are skips for the other ropes as well, but I won't be using them because this is more about speed. Although it is really handy that we save the energy by doing this skip. This one saves both time and energy. The other skips only save time. Sorry. They only save energy because you have to go so far around.
My fingers feel numb.
Okay, let's run a little bit here so I can get onto flat ground again. Just trying to clear my sprain risk here. Okay, there it goes. And this stretch is long enough that I will get a sprain if I don't run part of it. I think I might have dropped down a little bit too much. That could be a pain. Oh, we still managed to get up. I just need to get onto flat ground. There we go. Okay, didn't get a sprain. That was probably the most likely place to get one.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
It is possible to properly execute these so that you never get sprains. Alright, I'm fully cold. Considering conserving... Yeah, I'm gonna put this out. I just have to pull it back out again if we see a wolf. There's a small chance that we'll run into a wolf up here. Okay, so we're up at the deer clearing level. Check up on this hill for a wolf. I don't see one. Could be around the corner too. Now this next shortcut, I had written this one off for a long time because it seemed like it would just give you sprains every time, and you don't really want those right before a climb. But knowing how the grace period works now, I can reliably do this. Really nervous about this wolf, but I don't see him. Alright, let's get started on this climb. I feel like I hear footsteps. Okay, so I ran part of that because there's a wolf back there, I think. If you stay on that slope too long, you'll get a sprain. Really nice weather here. Couldn't have asked for better. Let's go and put this torch away for now. We can stand here. It's a flat spot to clear our sprain risk. And we can do the same thing here. And there's a few of them along here. I think we can get up here. Yep. Alright, now we've got a pretty long stretch, so I'm going to go ahead and run this. And we can go stand right here. We've got another flat spot here. And from here we can pretty much just go up to the top. Alright. Maintained most of my energy. I think I've got more than 80% of it. It's probably going to drop us down just below 75%. And then we should have plenty of our energy left for the final rope climb up to the summit later on. Not going to go all the way up there just for some sticks. I will grab a couple right in front of the cave here. They're not too far out of the way. I thought that was another one, or I wouldn't have come all the way over here. Go and get this lit. Save time. It's already lit when we get in here. And this cave is going to be our primary source of fuel for the cooking that we're going to do later. I'm going to grab every piece of coal I can find in here. It's also nice that with the torch we are warming up in here. Time is so valuable that I'm not going to stop to make a fire in here. Now, coming up we have an early barometer of success for this run. If there is a mag lens right here on the ground, approximately where that is, then it means there will be no hacksaw anywhere in Timberwolf Mountain. So we just went from a 50% chance to find a hacksaw at the summit to a 2/3 chance. So that's nice. Ruled out one of the loot tables. Alright, I got all my stuff. Let's move on. Just checking. Yeah, I did loot both of those. I feel like I got turned around. Oh no, there's the tunnel up there. Okay. We are fine. I made 3 previous attempts at recording this, and I found a mag lens there every single time. It's a 1/4 chance each time, so a 1 out of 64 chance of that happening. I was actually beginning to think maybe there was something weird where if you spawned in a particular place at a particular time, you'd always have the same loot table. Glad to see that is not the case. I haven't seen any coal lately. Guess I'm just missing it on the ground. I actually should probably pick up some of these stones. Could be useful for redirecting animals. Couple more stones. That should be enough. It looks like we have no more coal here. Alright, now I'm torn. I want to preserve some of this torch.
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do.
But I can also take advantage of it. I'm going to get cold really fast anyway. I'll put it out once we get cold. It's theoretically buying me a couple more seconds. Unfortunately, it looks like we have some wind now.
This is so cold. I just want to lay down for a bit.
I'll stop in this cave here. It's not too much of a detour. Could find some fuel. I think there's usually a book in here. Frostbite risk just coming up now is not too big of a concern.
I think I can use this.
Oh. Food, thin wool sweater, and cedar. Not bad. The clothing is not really relevant, but... Alright, looks like we got about 60% energy to work with. Got a couple of sticks in close proximity here. Go ahead and grab those. And let's do it. Definitely moving a bit slower than that first climb with the lower energy. Okay, now we need to recover energy here, so I'm going to multitask. Craft up some tinder. And that should give me full... Yep. Take a break on this ledge as well. Grab a few more sticks. And I'm not going to wait. We're pretty much ready to go, so... Go ahead and make the climb without quite full grip strength. Now, with my remaining energy, I think I'd rather save it than spend it getting to the plane. Not really at a huge risk for anything. I think I'll have a use for it later in the run. Especially if there's a hacksaw up here. Which we have a pretty good chance of now.
I need to find a place to rest.
Then we'll get some coffee, which is going to let me stretch that energy further. Just keeping an eye out for any sticks on my path. Every little bit of free fuel that I can get is going to potentially make this easier later on. So I'll grab this one. Yeah, they put them on opposite sides. Get me to walk further. Should we check this body? I mean, what's he gonna have? Yep, nothing. Typical. Yeah, let's go and get this going so that it's ready for when I want to start. There's the hacksaw. I'm gonna check around here because there's sometimes accelerant and matches there. Not this time. Make my fire in range of quite a few of these. Let's go and do this, and I think I'm going to start with sticks. Oh, I have a book. I should have used a book. That was a big mistake, actually.
Come on, little fire.
Twice the failure chance with this. Okay. Fortunately, not an issue. I can use 2 coal on this. That should make it plenty warm. Put the torch out for later. Let's get a can of water going. Got a stem I can use later if I need it. I can harvest that newsprint. Now, I'm probably going to end up opening every container just because I don't remember exactly what is in each one. Coffee from that is really useful. I think this one might not have anything useful in it. I don't know. The crackers are actually pretty good. 12 minutes.
Hope nobody needs this anymore.
Okay, close enough. Actually wondering if those were socks, I should actually hang on to them.
Well, this stuff will come in handy.
Oh wow, that's actually really good. Let's quickly throw on some of this gear. Okay, actually put this on and then put this on over. Okay, let's pick those up. I guess I'll go through all my loot at the end. Some things I can cook up. Sodas are handy. It means I don't ever have to drink any of my water. I can use that for cooking coffees and stuff. 14 minutes until boiled. Okay, what's left? Goal is to do this as quickly and efficiently as possible. Currently, oh yeah, we're doing really well. Let's go ahead and grab the flare gun and get it loaded. A lot of flare shells in here. This is great. Sure it's loaded now so we don't have a nasty surprise later. There's always a fire striker here. Some spray paint. Now one of these, I think this one has the medical supplies and the other one has just like hides and leather and stuff.
I'll take it.
Okay, so I'll take a little bit of all of these things. Okay, that's everything. I'm not going to bother with the other container because I know what's in it now. Another book. Double check to make sure we're not missing anything over here. Alright. 3 minutes until that's boiled. Let's see. I want to make up some coffees. Should probably... We're not going to have a can opener this run, so let's just get these put down. Get this coffee going. And I should probably tear up some of that newsprint into tinder. Although I can always pick cattails later. Go ahead and get these down first, and then I'll make a decision. Need to grab some torches. We'll do that at the end. At least this is getting all these opened, even if I'm not going to eat them all right now. I think we're just about ready to go. I might make... one more coffee. Okay, so in 12 minutes we're gonna head out. Let's get torches. Gotta decide what I'm gonna eat. I need a coffee for the trip down. So probably just wait and use the coffee. Fully warm. This is the most precarious part of the run because I feel like I have a really good setup now. And just need to make sure I don't mess it up before I get to the tedious part. Okay, 3 minutes we can leave. Let's go and pull one last torch. Try to get a better one than that. Okay, that'll do. Take that. Definitely need my can. Take all this stuff. And let's go. Oh, I'm over encumbered. How close is that? Oh, by a lot. Oh, right. Didn't do the inventory sorting. Let's just do this real quick. So get rid of all the extra shoes. Let's do this by condition and drop some of the bad ones. Okay. And I'll just drink a coffee in a minute. Go and get down here, and I think this is just going to be maple syrup.
This'll come in handy.
Yeah, I'm just going to be over encumbered for now. That's fine. This is not the best way to go down here. What was I thinking? Okay, so we got a sprain. Fortunately, it was just a sprained wrist. Yeah, that was a really bad route. I feel like I should have practiced this more now. My goal is to get down here. Oh, this is terrible. Yeah, alright. I think I'm back on the right track now. Go ahead and drink this coffee. Yeah, I came up with this idea, I want to say a couple weeks ago, and I did some practice runs then. Clearly, I should have done another 1 or 2 practice sessions before attempting this right now. Okay, let's run down here. Get onto this flat ground. Hopefully before I get a sprain. There we go. Alright, slight setback. I think I'm back on track now. I do have a bandage. I can't remember if you need... I don't think you need both wrists to use the flare gun. So I'll probably save that bandage in case I make a mistake and get an ankle sprain. I want to get down to lower ground here. What in the world is going on? I thought I knew this route. Alright, let's just go over here. Here and take this down. Just let my torch go out by accident. I think I should be able to stand up here. Alright, well that was pretty disastrous. Just gonna go ahead and waste a match on this. We got plenty of matches and fire strikers, so get that lit. Might as well go ahead and get another warming up buff and some extra energy. Okay, that was a really rocky performance, but I feel like I've salvaged it now. Still got one final stretch here. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be fine here. Get up to the flat ground here. Okay, so there's a cave over there. Where is the bear? What is he doing up there? Okay, well, I guess we're doing this. He is so bugged out right now. He was not coming straight at me. Oh man, that would have been so perfect if I had managed to drop him right in front of the thing here. Alright, let's make sure this is loaded. It is. If I can get him in front of the cave, that's going to be great. So let's go try to get his attention. Okay, there he is. I'll just light a new torch. He's not coming straight at me. Which is why I'm having so much trouble hitting him. Okay, it's nearly dawn. I need to stop wasting time. But I feel like the game is really treating me poorly. Because he's not charging directly at me. It's almost like he has a skewed perception of exactly where I am. Alright, not stones. Let's actually shoot him with the flare gun. Okay, it seems to be loaded. Okay, he's coming straight at me, I think. Why? Okay, I hit him. Alright, I'll take it. Okay, so now... we probably have some time to kill while we wait for him to bleed out. So I'm going to head over this way. Might need to go ahead and make another fire. Yeah, let's make a fire in the cave. I'll get some water started. I'm going to try to multitask here. That behavior from the bear really threw off my whole plan. Okay. Let's go with right here. Forgot to use the book again.
I can't feel my hands.
Okay, let's use... I hesitate to use this coal, but I'm going to do it. Get some more water going. See, are any of these... Okay, so I should eat the pork and beans. Let's just get those heated up. he's already dead, I might change my plan here. He is not dead yet. Alright, I think I want to just grab the warmth from this one as well. And let's go grab some cattails. This is just to make sure I have plenty of tinder. We can also grab sticks. Now, I probably took a little bit longer getting here than I should have. In all my practice runs, the bear was all the way up there. And I've only really taken the practice runs to the point of finding the bear. Never gone beyond that. So, we'll see how this works. Now, there can be wolves around here. My torch is holding up so far, but another stick. It is very windy, so I gotta be ready to switch to the flare gun. There's a wolf over there.
Man, don't rest suit. I'm gonna faint.
No cattails down here at all. Oh, maybe they're further up. You know what? At this point, it's going to take too long. Let's see. Is the bear dead yet? Yeah, he is. Alright, so we got to go find him. A lot of things that can go wrong with this run, but once I reach the point where I know where the bear is, I'm going to feel a lot more confident about my ability to complete this. We've already used at least 6 of our hours. $18 hours is a long time. If I can find the bear in the next 2, it's probably going to be pretty good. Also, it hasn't been that long, so I might be able to follow tracks. Alright, let's see if this water boiled off.
Somehow.
Nope, not yet. Alright, I'll make more coffee later. You know what? I don't want to run into issues with warmth, so let's actually just cancel that. Let's make the coffee. And let's make these. I'll drink both of those when I head back out. Let's see, what can I afford to drop for right now? Probably some of these books. Ended up not using the stones. Okay, a little bit more and I can keep my sprain risk under control. I've also got the coffee, I can't forget that. Why am I carrying these trail beets around? Drop a couple of these sodas. Okay, I think we'll call that good. Do I need that? Cook more water, actually. Gotta remember I've got that bad water on me. Okay, let's go see what we can do about this bear. Just realized there's a flaw in my plan. It's not him up there, is it? If I find him, then I want all my stuff on me. I want the can so I can make water and coffee. I'm probably going to be just hanging out there, wherever he is, for a while. So I'm going to get some more dirty water here. Okay, none of that is too terribly critical. I'll come back for that if I need it. Alright, not too bad. We've used about 7 hours. Now, that's the earlier set of bear tracks, I think. Should be another set from when he ran off over this way. Weather looks like it would support crows. There's crows over here. This could be really good. You know what? This is so close that I might actually just quarter it. If this is him. Uh-oh. I hope he's in a reasonable spot. Ooh, this is going to be interesting. This is a really good location. Grab a few sticks while I think about this. So the problem with quartering him is then I have to lug him back. To lug all the parts back. The advantage to quartering is that then I know I'm in that cave where everything is relatively safe. But with this wall here, fire right here is wind protected from a lot of angles. I think that's what we do, is we just do the whole thing right here. And we dragging wolves in constantly, but okay, let's use one of these books. Yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to need that for this run.
Come on, little fire.
Even if I decide I want to cook in the cave,
Yeah. That's a good one.
everything will be a lot lighter. After it's harvested. Alright, now unfortunately we're not going to get the bonus for using the hacksaw while the carcass is frozen. But we're also not going to spend 2 hours quartering. We better get started. Let's go ahead and throw this down and start some water. Now this bear is really light. I was hoping for more like 35 kilograms. I think they go from like 25 to 40, so this is at the low end. Hopefully. Let's just see what we can do here. I'm going to set it to 1, and I'm going to do a couple of these microharvests. That was probably too little. Okay, let's see what size we're getting. What official size we're getting. Okay, so the first ones I did were closer. I want to aim for right around 0.06. 0.05 is the minimum that you can get. Well, shoot. It's apparently not wind protected. That's probably going to change the whole plan. How is that not protected? Guess it needs to be over here. Really? Can't get a spot right here. Let's see. Okay, well, it's not going to let me start a fire there anyway. Let's see if we have enough time to get that warmed up. Well, that's aggravating. Alright, let's start a contingency plan here. Okay, I'm wind sheltered here. Give me a book, maybe? I don't have them on me anymore. Well, this made things complicated.
The cold is making my head feel thick. It's a goddamn freezing.
Alright, what can I do to make this work? That's going to start to freeze. After that point, I won't be able to quarter it. I think I have to get all my buffs made. As much as I can. Let's make some more tinder while we're waiting here, because we're probably going to need it. I have plenty of teas. The problem is I can't make the water fast enough, because I only have one can. I already used my newsprint. Okay, let's just use the glitch on that. Let's go ahead and start making some teas. Might as well make coffee so I get some energy back. I'm gonna make one more set of tinder. Make sure I have plenty. %, frozen. Need to start the final part of the process just before it hits 50%. I don't know if I can pull this off. I might take significant damage. I might just have to accept. Okay, that's gonna stay hot. Let's see if I can get in shelter here. even temporarily. Looks like no. Brutal. Alright, let's drink this coffee. Wow, that was fast. Alright, I'm not gonna mess around. Let's,
Jesus, this is cold.
move my fire over and I'm just gonna quarter it. Gotta get these fires into some place where they'll be safe. Or get the meat bags in to a place where I'll be safe. I can just have my fire there. Oof, I'm gonna start running out of fuel.
One little fire. Too cold to think. Oh, lucky day.
Okay, one piece of coal and some sticks. See how we're doing on temperature. Okay, we should be good with that. We'll leave those little pieces there for right now. Just pick that up, grab that. Go ahead and make more water. Okay, so I want to spend about 40 minutes on this. Do less than that because okay, I'm fine on all that. Okay. I hate to waste all this time on the quartering process, but okay, 20 minutes. I think we just go ahead and finish it. Now I gotta get all these meat bags transported.
I need to rest soon.
Oh man, it's already noon. Okay, so we got about 12 hours to do this.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Am I gonna have to take these one at a time? Are you serious? Wind picking back up again already? Oh man, I still can't run with two of these things? Let's get this coffee heated up. I'm gonna ditch some more heavy gear. It's just gonna take too long with only one. Drop these, drop this, drop a few flares. This is sorted by weight. His boots are pretty heavy. Yeah, let's just get rid of the boots. I don't really care about warmth that much. Get rid of the extra cedar. A couple of extra torches. Alright, hopefully with a hot coffee I can do this. Still can't run. Wait, I can't run at all. Am I missing something? Oh, I'm crouched. Oh my goodness, that was foolish. Okay,
I wonder if I can drop any of this.
I can carry
gear.
3 of them. All right, perfect. Let's just go. I'll take 3. Can't believe I didn't realize I was crouched. Okay. Yeah. No surprise that we're pulling a wolf in. Wow, I've never noticed that little alcove there before. Really not that far to the cave. I'm worried, though, that I'm not going to have enough fuel at this point. I guess I might have to take a trip up to the cave and grab coal. Okay, let's go ahead and draw this guy in. Seems like he gave up for some reason. Well, on the bright side, one major advantage to having these meat bags is that I can let them freeze. And it'll be nearly twice as efficient to harvest them. So I gave up 2+ hours and some fuel quartering the bear over there. Okay, let me just take a look at these. So they're going to have about 4.5 kilograms of meat on them. I need 350... Go ahead and drop that bear hide back here. If I still have it. Get it started curing for the late game of this single day run. You know what? Don't need the hacksaw. I need this extra water right now. Okay. Oh, that's burned out. Alright, whatever. We'll just use a flare gun if we need to. We got 2 shots left. Can pick up some more of my torches over here. Doesn't matter that I'm wasting fuel. Might as well do some running while I have the coffee buff. Wonder if it would be faster to use the hacksaw to harvest a fir limb or to walk up to the cave to get coal. We lost that wolf. Is it just 3 bags? Unfortunately, I think I have to do this in 2 trips. Yeah, because we need to come back and get all my other gear. Does look like it's just the 3 remaining bags though. I think I'll do 2 and then we'll carry 1 back with... Well, let's take partial gear back this time. Oh, and I need a torch. Is there a torch somewhere in here? There's one. Another flare shell. Alright, let's just do the... Get rid of him briefly, at least. Okay. Think if I can just make it into this cave with all my fuel and all my bear meat. And we'll have a decent shot at completing this. There's so many things that can go wrong. But at least this way I'll be protected from further weather mishaps.
I think I need to lie down.
Okay, gotta remember to drop the rest of that gear that I picked up once I get back to the cave over here. And how are these coming along? 22% frozen. Alright, so it's gonna take a while for them to get above 50% where I need them for the efficient harvesting.
Sure getting cold.
Alright, let's just go ahead and make a pile of stuff here. Fir, all the sticks. More fir, cedar. Get rid of that. Okay, I think that's probably good enough. Oh, I have the stem too. I think I'm going to save the stem in case I need to run up to the mine cave later for coal. The one that runs between the two sides.
Oh, so cold.
Pull the flare gun out just for safety. Nearly noon. We still have... Oh, I'm going up too high. We still have 12 hours, I think. 13 hours. Until midnight. Alright, I'm gonna leave the guts here. It's everything. Let's go. I'm gonna go ahead and use this energy. It's not gonna do me any good if I don't spend it on running. I'm just gonna start to slowly drain it once we get up here. I start to get tired. Didn't draw the wolf in, so that's good. I'm fully cold now. Need to fix that. Is there any chance that I'm going to be warm in the back of this cave? I'm doubting it, although I did get a lot of good clothing. I actually am warm back here. That's insane. Okay, this is really good because it means... Let's take the
I'm freezing.
least frozen. Okay, they're all about the same. Let's take that one. And I'm going to put it where it's technically cold and just see if it continues to freeze even though I'm standing back here. Okay, I got the flare gun out. Get my hacksaw. Let's just go ahead so I don't have to think about it later. Let's go and eat some stuff. Drink some water. Or some sodas. This is good because it means I don't need to use fuel while I'm harvesting. Well, I need to be careful of drawing in a wolf. And crouch and just periodically drop stuff. Feels like 5 degrees, so I've got quite a bit of leeway. It's only going to get warmer as we get closer to evening, in theory. Alright, so let's see how well I can do this. Okay. Those are all too large. Let's try this again, try to do better timing. Okay, so I think I've got 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They're still slightly too large. Wow. Okay, so that's more like it. 0.07 is very close to what I need. And I got some down to 0.06. Alright, I think I've dialed in. I need a lot of these. What is it, like 350? And unfortunately it gets harder and harder to grab them as the size of this thing drops below 1 kilogram. So I'm going to leave these here, and let's go ahead and grab another one of these to work on. Okay. I keep testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, they're still a little bit too large. I'm afraid I'm not going to get enough pieces if I don't do the absolute minimum. Okay, that's better. Most of them are 0.06, which is my target. One at 0.05, a few at 0.07. Okay, I think I'm starting to dial it in. The harvestable amount drops by 0.1 every 2, then I'm doing it right, in theory. Okay. That looks good. Now, what I should probably do is start dropping it up closer to where I'm going to be cooking, which is going to be in the front. I'll just keep that in mind going forward here. Okay, how we doing for time? Ooh, not good. Well, I'm gonna do my best. 0.08 down to 0.05. Not too bad. I can probably get a bunch of fires around this location. Alright, so let's optimistically say... I'm going to pause it while I think about this. Let's say that it's 0.06. So 350 times 0.06 would tell me how many kilograms of meat I need to harvest altogether. So 350 times 0.01 would be 3.5. 3.5 times 6 or 7 would be somewhere between 21.5 and 24 total kilograms. And if these were 4 point... What do they start at? These were 4.5 and I get them down to 5, then I'm getting 4 per. So let's say if I want to do 24, then I need to do 6 of them, which would be essentially all of them. It should get me to right about where I need to be, or a little over. So I think I'll do all but 1, and then we'll start cooking. Let's see, I didn't do this one yet, did I? The only thing I'm losing condition to is exhaustion, so as long as I don't need to go out and grab more firewood, which I actually have a big fear of, I should be okay. See, have I stayed relatively dialed in? 0.07 down to 0.06. I'm going a little long. Feels like I've done so much, but I guess I have to remember that 350 is a big number. I think I am going to leave one unfinished, though, because I'm already starting to think maybe I'll run out of time, regardless. I've only got about 4 hours left. Doing well on these. Just not sure it's going to be enough. Alright, let's start a fire. I have no idea how much meat I have here. I mean, I know that it should be nearly 350. Probably not quite at it, but... Do I have any torches that are actually whole? Doesn't look like it. Alright, well I've got books. I'll just use the fire striker and books. Let's start one here. I can pull a torch off of this once we get started.
Come on, little fire. Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get some of this on here. And then I think what I'm going to need to do is let's get all this junk out of the way. Actually, let's not pick it up from there. Let's go over here. Have a bunch of this stuff. Oh man, let's drop all that. Now that I've got fires, I don't need the flare gun out. Let's go and put that away. Get rid of that. Okay, let's get another fire started.
Why didn't that work?
Man, that's going to be frustrating. Forgot to use the book this time.
Come on, little fire.
I think I'm going to need to ramp up to at least 4 fires in order for my production rate to be sufficient. Go and get these on here. Okay, right, we're gonna have to craft some tinder. And go and do that now while these are cooking. Oh, come on. Can't afford to be doing that. Torch, and let's use the book. Come on, let's go.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
This is gonna be so crazy if I pull this off. Let's see. I think I might want to move. Let's see. Do I need another fire? See, what time of day? Oh man, it's so late. I'm gonna need at least one more fire. I guess we start making an arc around this. No, cooking too. Almost there. I think I'm gonna let this fire go out eventually. Just because I need everything centered around this big pile of meat, I think. No more books? Alright, cedar it is. And this meat is already done. Shoot.
Come on.
Cannot afford all these failures. I can't start a fire? Oh my goodness, I need more tinder. Alright, I probably need to keep every fire going that I have. Let's go ahead and craft tinder. Wasting time on these fires. I think I could just get one more fire and then I just hope that's enough. Because at a certain point, I'm spending more time on management than I am on actually cooking. Alright, let's do this. Let's go grab some of this stuff and move it over to that other fire. 'Cause I am going to have to keep using that one, I think.
Man, I could use a drink.
Okay, next up, I think, is starting another fire. I think I already made the tinder. Yeah, this will have to be the last one. I simply don't have time to do all this. Then we just need to get the meat organized. Okay, let's get some of these on here. And stuff will cook faster as I level my skill up too. Durations are mostly good. Let's throw a fur on here. Or a couple of reclaimed. Let's throw some sticks on here. And it's time to do another cycle. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Should have one of these, and then the rest of these are cooked meats. Just get rid of this. some more of this moved over. Should probably drink a soda soon. Let's go back. Oh, I have to drop all of this before I start. Otherwise, things are going to get hairy. I don't have time to drink water. It's cooking 3. Made my same mistake again. Okay, it's all cooked. There's the soda. And all the meat's done. Time to get moving again. It's almost midnight. We look at the stats, it is still day 1, but not going to be that for long. I don't think I'm going to make it. And I'm not even halfway done yet, right? Is cooking 4 even the halfway point? I don't think it is. I don't think I'm going to do this again. I think I'm going to see how long it takes me, and then we're going to analyze it and say, well, it looks like I probably could have pulled it off if I had done X, Y, Z. Because this is... I'm fine doing this one time, but this is too much micromanagement. Right, after this batch, I need to go grab more meat. We're going to run out. And then after that, I need to check all the fire durations. Okay, fire durations, we got... Pick up some of this stuff. Take them all up to 2 hours, roughly. And that's it for fuel, I think, so... Another bottleneck. Just too much micromanagement. So I think I need to max out at 3 fires. I need to figure out how much time I would need for that. Should put some stuff directly in front of that fire next time I get a chance. Okay, I'm starting to seriously question whether this is even theoretically possible. We haven't even hit cooking 4 yet, as far as I can remember. It's nearly midnight now. There it is, cooking 4. Well, we've established that it's possible to get cooking level 4 on day 1. Doesn't quite have the same ring.
You need trees. I'm gonna need a little tree.
You know, 350 doesn't seem like that big of a number till you actually do it.
I'll do anything for a drink right now.
This fire's about to run out too. Just don't add anything. Any fuel lying around here? Nah, I'd have to harvest those, and I simply don't have time to. Well, time is nearly out. And my campfires are almost out of fuel, which is also a big concern. Look at how much meat there is left to do. Make some embers out of this one. Maybe we'll get to cook a few more things. Alright, I think I'm going to continue until the last fire goes out. And then we'll take stock of how many pieces of meat there are left. Do a quick analysis on whether I think this is possible. Based on my performance this run. Okay, so those aren't going to finish. Yeah, looks like it's right about midnight just now. Do a quick check on that. Yep, it's claiming that it's day 2 now. Alright, so should we do the comparison based on that then? Yeah, these fires are just about out. I'll just go ahead and finish these off. Because I think the limiting factor here would be the fact that I can't go out and get more fuel. We'll say there were some minor inefficiencies in like transporting the meat or something. Like I didn't need to bring that last bag over. So I'll let myself have just another second here to use up the rest of my fuel.
I would drink just about anything right now.
The one thing I probably didn't pay enough attention to, I had sort of set up my fire locations in advance and dropped all the meat right where it would be needed, and there wouldn't be as much of this. Like if I was just pulling right from a pile here and doing like 2 fires here and then turning around and doing 2 more back there, or if I just had 3 in an arc and all the meat was in one spot. And plus I could have put it all there in advance instead of this silly thing I did where I end up moving it later. That would be a pretty big efficiency boost. Those are done. Just these 2 fires. Move some of this over. I've got it all mixed up. That's not going to make it easier. Alright, we're well past our time now. Let's see, 3 minutes left on that, 7 on that. I think I'll stick with my original plan and do it based on when did I actually use all my fuel. Still barely looks like it's past, past midnight. ran out of meat. I mean, these have got to be done by now. I think we're getting much more out of it. Let's take one from here. So we can grab this. I think it went out, though. Yep, it's done. Alright, I'll take my last cooked piece of meat. Drop all this so I'm not pulling any wolves in. Alright, so, yeah, I went a little over, but, let's take a second to, drink some tea and relax a little bit here. Okay, so let's take stock. I don't know if it tells you... I don't think there's any reasonable way to tell.
God, I could eat a horse.
I guess when this is over, I can sleep for 10 hours or something and get an idea that way of exactly how much time has elapsed. But the question on everybody's mind is, how close did we come? So let's go find skills. Cooking. Okay, so it looks like we're over halfway there. From 4 to 5. So unfortunately, I can't remember off the top of my head whether it's 150 for 4 and then 350 for 5, or if it's 200 for 4 and then 350 for 5. I think it's actually 150 for 4, and then you have to get a full 200. So let's just call this halfway, and let's say that it works that way. So then that would mean that we got about 250 of our 350 items. Okay, so now 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Actually, let's just pick them all up and then I'll count them as I drop them, I think. Okay, so that's 10. I think that's 10, might have been 11. It's another 10. Eight. So really, only 38, so I need another 60. We definitely would have been able to pull it off. You get about 20 per kilogram, maybe slightly less than that. That's going off of 0.05. If you're harvesting in 0.06, then it's going to be less. But we definitely had enough meat, even on that small bear, to pull it off. But that would have been yet more time harvesting. Plus we can pull some scraps out of all these. In fact, did I even finish this one? Yeah, I basically did. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough call. Now, the positive, though, is if you look at the total time spent on this, I definitely think 3 fires is the optimal number. And that way I could have made more efficient use of the fuel, too, because I actually had some time where meat was sitting on the fire, cooked, and nothing was currently using that slot. So I could have made more efficient use of my fuel by that method. I'm wondering if the right thing to do is when I first come down the mountain, I'm right there at that engine. I wonder if I should run up and go in that cave and grab another 5 to 10 pieces of coal. Well, like I said, I'm definitely not doing this again. If anybody else wants to attempt this, they're more than welcome to. I'm gonna say between the inefficiency with the placement of the meat, the weirdness of the bear, Oh, like for instance, you can imagine, because I met the bear right here. If you got the perfect conditions, if the bear actually, like if you led the bear into the cave and then you dropped him with one flare gun shot, which is definitely possible.
Warming up a bit.
And in fact, I'm wondering now why I didn't try to do that.
Surrounded by snow and nothing to drink.
Yeah, I'm going to say another few minutes gathering coal. Less coal wasted, because I wasted coal on a fire in here that I didn't need. I wasted it over next to the bear when it got blown out by the blizzard. Maybe a little bit of extra coal gathered. And then the big thing would be hyper efficiency on the bear itself. You get the bear in here, you shoot it in the face, and you drop it right inside the cave. Then you could go ahead and actually potentially, if you got it in the back half of the cave, you could potentially quarter it or start doing the microharvesting without needing a fire going. Anyway, a lot to unpack here. I think without putting too much more analysis into it, I'm going to claim that this is plausible. Really difficult. Everything has to go just right. And it clearly did not this run. But I think some micromanagement here and there. I mean, I got 250 out of 350 of it finished. And I really only had like 6 hours at the end that I spent doing all of that. If I had gotten everything done a little bit more quickly at the beginning, we could have had a significantly longer stretch of time. Yeah, I think it's possible. I'm really happy that I have decided not to do it again, though, because, man, was that a lot of effort. All right, well, there you go. Let me know what you guys think. I'm sure there'll be people who say that it can't be done, and I don't know. If anybody tries this, let me know. I'd be very curious to hear your results. All right, with that, I am going to take a break from the computer because, man, do I need it. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching.